From the studios in beautiful Oceanport, New Jersey, welcome to the biggest and greatest podcast ever. I'm your host, Ray K.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hey guys, hockey season is upon us, and I got a good friend of mine, Jimmy Dowd, a legend in New Jersey, actually. I think he's the first player ever to play from high school for the New Jersey Devils in the 90s. Sort of a legend in New Jersey from Brick High School. Jim, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Ray.
All right. I want to talk about the hockey season coming up. I want to talk a little bit about first the Same Here movement and how you got involved with that with Eric Houston. Can you just get into that for a few minutes for us?
Sure, yeah. We'll talk about that first. So we're actually doing things in reverse. But, hey, everybody goes through stuff, right? Everybody goes through ups and downs. I don't care how successful you are, whether you're struggling, whether your business or personal life is doing well. Everybody wakes up every day, and it's a grind, you know. And for me, I just had to get my head on straight halfway, about a third of the way through my NHL career, and got my head on straight.
Now, what do you mean, Jim? Your head on straight? What was, what was the matter?
You know what? Well, you know what? The easy part, I got to the NHL, which was the easy part, and then when I was 28 years old, I got sent back to the minors. And when you get sent back to the minors in Major League Baseball, NHL, you're not at 28 years old, you're not getting back. And I went down to the minor leagues. I had all these teams from Europe calling me. Could have went over there and made great money. But I decided, I was married to my wife, Lisa, at the time. We didn't have any kids. And I said, listen, honey, let's give it 1 year. Do the best we can. I was in the Edmonton Oilers organization. Do the best we can. If we don't get called up, we're only 28. We'll go to Europe after if we don't make it back to the NHL and, play for as long as we can and save some money. So that was the year that my wife and I got into nutrition big time. Started at the diet, eat right for your blood type, Dr. James Diadamo. So I got my mind right, my body right, through proper nutrition, and I never missed a workout. And, next thing you know, holy cow, I spent the next 12 straight years without a day in the minors till I was 3 years old. So
that was a turning point year then. I mean, it could have went either way. I mean, if you didn't recover your mindset, I'll call it, I mean, you could have been, Joe Blow on the street, correct? I mean, if that was a kind of a huge...
I would have been done.
Right.
Yeah, I would have been done. I would have been a minor leaguer. That was it. And I was, as much as I was miserable that first month there, I said to myself and my wife, we talked about it. I said, okay, we're here. Let's make the most of it. If we can just help the team win. And that's I'm a firm believer. When you're in the minors, the best way to get out of the minors is help the team win. When a team's winning, everybody wants a piece of you. And that's what happened. And, and then you're still, I've battled a little bit of, depression my whole life. Ever since I was a kid, had my ups and downs, but I never talked about it, never told anybody about it. That's why this We're All a Little Crazy with Eric Houston is an amazing platform that he started. And I can't thank him enough. He's just an amazing human being, and what he's doing now all over the country and the world, basically, just helping people, letting people know, no matter who you are, we're all a little crazy. Like, everybody goes through stuff. The best athletes go through, the best businessmen, the best businesswomen, anywhere from youth sports to, elementary school to middle school, high school, all walks of life. We're just there to help people and let them know it's okay. Everybody goes through something.
So it's okay to talk about this stuff, and you yourself was even keeping it until you caught up with Eric. I know you worked with him in the past, and kind of made you aware of this We're a Little Crazy site, and now you were able to come out with it, and
Well, yeah. He sort of knew before he started that because he was with the Devils organization. He ran their whole sales department and all that, and I would just keep things inside. I was one of those kids, and even as an adult, I didn't want to put my problems on anybody else. And now looking back on it, that was the wrong thing to do. I should have talked about it, and anybody who knows me very closely, knew something was up, but I didn't want to put my burdens, so to speak, on other people, and I'm not fortunate enough that I didn't go to the dark side with alcohol and anything else, because I don't drink a ton to begin with, and I never drank a ton, and the only time I would do something like that is if I'm going to have fun, go to a concert, or, everything's good. If everything wasn't good in my life, I just didn't even go out. I mean, even in college, there were some weekends where I just wasn't feeling right, was feeling down, and I didn't want to go out. I never had a drink or anything just to down my sorrows, drown my sorrows in the bottle. That wasn't me,
right?
So, but a lot goes into it, and it's it's very rampant. It's always been rampant, but now it's coming into the light more so than ever. And the bottom line is this: if you can help one person change their life around, that's awesome. And Eric Cusson is doing an amazing job. And the website's we'reallalittlecrazy.org. There's some unbelievable celebrities on board, you know. And why do we have so many celebrities? Because people, you know, they draw attention, you know. And people don't realize that just because you're a celebrity, you're an amazing athlete, they think your life is all, you know, peaches and cream, roses. It's not. They go through the same thing everybody else does who's struggling financially, so to speak.
Right.
You know, when you're a celebrity and an athlete, a star athlete, yeah, you have money, but you have the same problems and sometimes even more issues than other people.
And Jim, what is, just for our viewers, what is, you know, depression? What was it like? Was it just you just feel down and you don't feel good? That's all it was?
And I never took a prescription in my life, you know, till I started a year ago, you know, and not once in my life. It would just hit me, and it would last 2 days, sometimes 4 days, sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks, out of the blue, for God knows whatever reason, you know. And I would just white knuckle my way through it, just grind it out. And then when I start feeling good again, I try to ride that wave for as long as I could, you know.
Now, do you still get these episodes, or like what's life like now with that stuff?
It's been great. It's you know, never say never, but over the last year or so, you know, it's been great.
Okay.
You know, and my wife was a huge part of it. My wife saw it, and, you know, she could tell when it would be happening. And then finally, you know, I called Eric Cusson. He got me an amazing help with Dr. Jennifer Hartstein out of New York City, one of the best in the world. She's actually on the board of we'reallalittlecrazy.org. And, you know, the bottom line is you just got to, you know, instead of holding things inside, I'm better at getting things off my chest and, you know.
Get it out.
I'm one of those guys. Yeah, because I'm one of those guys, you know, I don't want to talk about my problems. You know, hopefully they go away. That's how I used to be.
But you're hurting yourself. Anyone that has that attitude.
Yeah, the only one you're hurting is yourself and the people around you.
Right.
Yeah, my family.
Wow.
You know, the worst thing you could do out there, people, is just hold it in. You have to talk to somebody. Get it off your chest. Don't hold things in. That was my biggest mistake.
Right. It's okay. I mean, people aren't going to drop you. I mean, people actually gravitate you more.
People that really care about you, they're gonna understand, because you know what? They're going through something too.
Right. It's right. Well, that's Eric's thing, right? Everybody, you know, through different degrees, you know, is dealing with stuff, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jim, I know hockey season's upon us. I appreciate you sharing those insights, you know, for everybody a lot. What's going on in hockey? Who's you know, this is a pretty exciting time of year because every team has a shot. I mean, what's your summary of the NHL coming up? I know it's a long season.
I don't know, man. I'm a little frustrated. The Rangers being undefeated and the Devils don't have a win yet. You know where I stand on that one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, the Devils off to a slow start, 0-2-2, but it's early in the season. But I really focus on the teams I played for, but mainly the four local teams: the Devils, Islanders, Rangers, and Flyers. And, you know, the Devils and Islanders are off to a slow start. The Rangers and Flyers are off to a great start. But it's great when the four tri-state area teams are good. And you know, there's a lot of promise for all four teams right now for this season, even though it's only 4 or 5 games into the season. But you don't want to get behind the 8 ball too much. You know?
All right, so game 4 you could get behind.
Yeah. What's that?
Game 4 you could get behind the 8 ball, but you don't want to be behind a game 8 ball by game 29, right? I mean, it's still kind of early.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's great that Connor McDavid, best player in the league, was, you know, he's back in top shape. Sidney Crosby, you know, I mean, the league, there's so many good players, and you know, the game's, you know, so fast right now, and you know, no matter what, it's hockey, and I love it. You know, I'm still involved in hockey. I still do some stuff for the Devils when they need me to, for the alumni. Mm-hmm. And I'm coaching my youngest son right now, who's playing the New Jersey Titans U16 midget AAA program, and he's got a bunch of schools interested in him: Penn State, UNH, Boston University, University of Maine, Colorado College. So it's an exciting time for him right now. My oldest son, Jimmy Dowd Jr., just got named one of the captains for the Chicago Steel out in the USHL, and then he's going to Penn State next year. So,
wow. Okay.
A lot of good things happening.
They're following Dad's footsteps, you know, step by step, it sounds here, huh?
Yeah, they love it. They're into it, and they're great kids, and, you know, they're having an opportunity, you know, Jimmy, to go to amazing school. Forget hockey. I mean, Penn State's one of the best schools in the country.
Just to get to the school itself. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and my youngest son Anthony, it's exciting for him right now. You know, I'm actually up in Massachusetts right now, heading to a game. We have 4 games this weekend. So.
Hockey, the life of hockey, right from the youth. I mean, I love it. Jim,
Oh yeah.
what is the deal with hockey, though? Is it true you just got to make the playoffs? I always heard that is okay. The season is okay, but you just got to make those playoffs. Once you get in, you get the hot goaltender. I mean, that's my blue collar way of looking at it. Is there some truth to that?
Oh, totally. Like, with all the parity now, like there's 16 teams make the playoffs, 8 in the West, 8 in the East. You just have to get in.
Just get in.
You just have to get in. You got to get in and peak at the right time. And last year, Tampa Bay Lightning blew everybody away in the regular season. They blew everybody away. Won the President's Trophy, which is first place overall regular season. They got swept in the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
By the 8th seed Columbus Blue Jackets. So there you go. Yeah, you just have to get in because with the salary cap and everything, and anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
Okay.
No more gimmies,
Right.
No more.
Right. So the last seed team has as a shot as anybody just getting in. That's, you just got to slide through there. Okay.
Yep.
John, one quick question. I'm going to do my hit and miss of 2-word associations and we'll be done. Is hockey as good now as it was in, say, the 80s, 90s? I know basketball used to be better back then. It seems like football was. I mean, what's the deal with hockey? Is it as exciting? I know it's faster and all that. The athletes are probably better. How do you compare it to, like, say, the 80s, 90s?
No, it's always been great. I mean, the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it's just another decade. It progresses. You know what I mean? It's totally changed. In the respect as far as the intimidation and all that goes, and the craziness, like the movie Slapshot. So some people don't like that. Some people do. But yeah, it's an amazing game. So I mean, the kids these days, they're just in way better shape. Their skills are unbelievable. The equipment's that much better. It's an amazing game. It really is. But if you look at it, you just have to compare guys from the different generations, and they're just as good, as they are. It's an amazing game. And what can you say? It's hockey. Hockey's one of the sports that's probably changed the most, though. Like I said, it used to be, crazy with the intimidation factor. There's none of that anymore.
Right. Hey, I went to the one game with you last year, and I was joking. I said, "Man, I'd love to see a team score 10 goals." And when you know it, the final score was 10-6. It was
yeah, that was incredible. I think that was the Blackhawks Devils game, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was every game, but
Yeah.
it was a good luck charm, I guess. But let me do the word associations. There's just two. I got 2 of them here. 2 good ones. We did it last time you were on. I don't think I included these 2, but first thing that comes to your mind here. Here we go. Ready? Ready for this? Okay. Who was your biggest influence?
Frank Anzalone.
All right.
He was my college coach.
Okay.
He built Lake Superior State University, the national powerhouse, with a bunch of blue-collar kids.
Okay.
And we destroyed everybody for 4 years.
Wow.
He's the only, he was amazing.
So he's like the Vince Lombardi of your life, it sounds.
Yeah, incredible human being. I love the guy. I mean, obviously my high school coach, Mr. Oriam, as well, so. Okay.
Wow. You came up with that fast. So that was,
yeah.
You still in touch with him or is he still around?
Yeah, we stay in touch. Yep.
Okay. And Jim, if you had to have, I'm a genie. I'm going to grant you one wish in the world that's going to happen tomorrow. What would your one wish be?
My one wish would be to end hunger.
To end hunger throughout the world?
Yep. It's just amazing that I can't even fathom that kids go all day without eating. But, I just, and I grew up with nothing, but one of 7 kids who grew up with nothing, but we had food. And it's just amazing. People in our hometown, in your hometown, there's kids that, are starving.
So it's not just in poor areas. It's in this country. Kids are starving, which is hard to comprehend, isn't it? Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right. Wow. Okay. I haven't had anyone say that yet, and that seems like something that people should say more often and be more aware of is the hunger problem, because that is incomprehensible, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Anything else you want to add, Jim? Anything coming up or anything, or websites or what's up? What else?
No, that's it. The next podcast we'll talk about my business dealings and all that, and what stuff you and I are trying to do.
Okay. Good. Good. All right, Jim, that's a deal. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll be in touch.
Okay.
That was Jimmy Dowd. I'm Ray K. Catch you next time.